That's good. Oh, okay. Now to Instagram. It's Friday, yay, yay.
Once again.
Actually, Saturday.
Oh.
We're just so used to saying Friday.
It
Hey,
is Saturday.
YouTube.
It is
Hey,
Saturday.
IG. I decided to actually try to comb my hair out for you guys. Hope you like it.
You look like a lioness.
You know, because just a second ago, it wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't looking like this. So
You gotta pull it back a little bit. It was fine.
Hopefully,
you have to let it out.
hopefully it looks a lot better to you. You know, I really try my best. Just combed it out. That's all. Just combed it out.
Sometimes you don't have to do
I'll
much.
be getting my braids back soon. So, I'm just trying to enjoy it like this or whatever in this season.
Mm-hmm.
So it is.
Eat it up, this. Eat it up.
But yeah. Just a little misconception on my behalf for yesterday. So excuse me. We weren't here yesterday. But we are here today. I had a client this morning, so I had to start a little later in the day. So yeah,
Here we are.
here we are. We made it.
Glad that you're here with us this Saturday. It's been a while since we've been with you on a Saturday.
It has though. It has.
So here we are, Squawking Saturdays. I'm trying to think of this. What do we usually say? Because I have to switch it up. Welcome back to another episode of Squawking Saturdays.
Did we say that? I'm not sure.
I don't think we've ever said it. I just was trying out.
I think normally you say it and we just go right on in.
Where them girls be?
Squawking. Where them girls be? Squawking.
On Saturday.
On Saturday.
Yeah, squawking on Saturday.
Yeah. For sure.
Yes. So how was your week?
My week has been very refreshing. I've got a lot of time off. New beginnings are happening. Has happened this week, and I'm excited about it.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing about new beginnings, like the scary part about new beginnings for me, is more so the expecting the unexpected. Somebody telling you one thing and then you go in and it's something else.
Yeah.
I think that's the biggest downfall that I look for and that I don't want to.
You don't like experiencing it?
Right. Yeah.
I can feel that. I can see that.
But other than that, my week has been actually wonderful. Just been smiling more.
Lovely. Cut some loose ends. Mm-hmm. I think it always gets a little easier, You don't have the weight on you anymore because you cut them loose.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to say God cut them loose.
Yeah.
It was time.
For sure.
So I'm happy for you. Beautiful week. Beautiful.
That.
Love that.
Yeah.
My week was cool. Definitely understanding myself a lot more, especially when it comes to being vulnerable around new spaces. And becoming more aware of that, as well as it was just a good week. It was a little difficult because when it comes to spaces like that, I don't like to be too uncomfortable, and I'm realizing that's my downfall. And I'm like uncomfortable in other situations, or I allow myself to be uncomfortable in other situations. But when it comes to this, it's like I don't do it, and it's like, oh, okay, we got to apply it to this too. Okay. Well, I knew that, but I've been holding off on it. I didn't want to do it.
I know.
But it's all good though, because it's all a learning experience, and I'm still having a grand time. It is my birthday weekend, and it's been really quite nice, and a lot of unexpected things happening. So I'm thankful, grateful, learning, and I'm here. So good week. Um, Even better. I know we're going into an even better weekend. We're in the weekend, and yeah.
I have a very busy weekend, which I'm very grateful for. Um, being my situation, but I don't know, just grieving on top of um, the devil trying to kick you while you're down. You know, it just all is for my greater good at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to understand that everything that happens, it's going to happen for a reason, no matter how it may look. And me understanding that, I just got to keep it pushing. And that's all I know to do,
Mm-hmm.
So,
and we can only, sometimes we can only do what we
process. Know. Yeah, of course. And just being grateful in the process,
Yeah.
Not worrying myself so much, that part. Not really worrying myself to death, but just enjoying
the moments.
The moments, because life, we got to just understand that life is up and down. It's literally up and down.
Can't really help it.
But as long as you're moving in your downs, you shouldn't feel too down.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be uncomfortable. And yeah, maybe a season, of uncomfortability, meaning more than one day. Because
more than one moment.
More than one moment. And people get a little exhausted from that. But I'm here to tell you, if you are in that state at this time, if you're in your down moment, such as I'm kind of in my down moment of life. I'm just staying optimistic, and I'm also staying grateful, and I'm also just keeping one foot in front of the other, and just doing. That's normally what I do. Just doing what I like you said, doing what I know to do.
Yeah.
Because I know it works, and I just gotta wait. And I think that's the part where we've always talked about. The waiting process is always the hardest.
Y'all, but I'm impatient. And I said I'm gonna stop saying that because I have been working on it. And then also it's like letting go of whatever the outcome is, or what it's like saying and paying and focusing on what it is I do want, but letting go of the outcome, and just enjoying the process. And
yeah, and being grateful for the process.
Very much so. In the process. Yeah. It's just one of the little easy things to do in those moments. Yeah. Let's see, what can I be thankful for right now? Mm-hmm. Take a breather. Yeah. Get grounded.
Realizing that I'm still blessed.
Very much so.
I'm still very blessed. But when you pray for something and you ask God for something, you gotta follow through. You gotta follow through, no matter how hard. Mm-hmm. And what was happening was, it was what I had already said to myself. It was not going, as planned. It wasn't going as I requested, and so therefore, separation had to be made, because you have to stand on what you got, what you stand on, and you got to just trust God for it. Yeah, you gotta.
Sometimes that gets hard to do,
especially when you ain't doing nothing out of. It's just a malicious way, or
your your heart, right?
Yeah, like when you know you didn't do anything wrong, pretty much.
So you it kind of makes it a little easier to be like, okay, well, this just it's supposed to happen.
Right. Exactly. So
now when I know what I'm doing, and you sit here still saying something, it's like, okay.
Yeah. But on that note, we're gonna get right into it. I'm gonna pull a card, put a card. Shouts out to the end.
It's a chili pepper. What's something I don't want to tell you?
Something you don't want to tell me is anything brewing between you and God. Anything that you may be unsure about, you normally don't tell me at the time.
Yeah, because I have to get it from God first. I can't let
That's
anybody
both of us.
deter I have to get it from there, and then because to me, or what I'm trying to apply is, no one should be telling me something I don't know that God hasn't already put on my spirit. If anything, you should be bringing confirmation.
Right.
So I would definitely have to get it from him first, and so I'll keep it to myself.
Mm-hmm.
I am trying to get better at that as well, because I still be, well, let me still go talk, because you take too long sometimes, God. And shut up. Just sit there and wait. Be patient, right? So, yeah.
What do you think for me?
What's something that you don't want to tell me? I don't know, because you tell me a lot. Could y'all hear? Can you hear that?
I heard it. Yes.
It's not gonna do it now, because now I'm on it. Okay, so I'm sorry. Something you don't want to tell me. Nothing's coming to mind, because I imagine that you tell me everything.
I tell you pretty much everything. Yeah. I feel like I'm the same exact way.
Yeah.
Like I gotta take things to God first.
For sure.
Then once I receive like a gut signal, or like if I'm steady, if I'm overthinking it, if I'm steady thinking about it, then I know I have to go ahead and call Jazz about it, or call someone to go ahead and get this off my chest, because at this point I'm going to go crazy.
Yeah.
Because my mind is steadily going over it.
Yeah.
and normally all I need to do is say it aloud to somebody. And sometimes I get my answer. Sometimes I answer myself. I get my answer and answer myself. Or sometimes I get my answer in from Jazzy, because she sees it in a different lens, and then she gives me her perspective, and then I still flip it in a way that I can understand it for myself and my understanding, and then I take that with me, for my peace. And then for a second there, I'll stop thinking about it. I might go back to it, but then I'm like, nah, let me let it go.
It's further.
Let me move forward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You tried.
I did. I did try. That's all that matters. I wasn't trying to persuade you.
Okay, we got a thunder, got a lightning. How am I most like you, and how does that scare you?
How are you most like me, and how does that scare me?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say in the way we think, but we also have some different thought process. But it's a lot in the way we think and our beliefs. But does it scare me? I mean, I can see how it can be scary,
Mm-hmm.
but it doesn't necessarily scare me, I guess, because that's something I wanted anyway, that type of connection.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I was trying to make sure there's nothing else there. And it's just like,
Oh
it doesn't
no,
really
just
scare me. It's
yeah.
just, I mean, I can see how it is scary, why somebody would think it's scary, but it
Mm-hmm.
doesn't necessarily scare me.
Yeah.
So,
I would kind of say the same as far as the scary part, but how am I most like you would definitely be mindset. Um, mindset, you know, but it doesn't scare me at all. It inspires me. It inspires me that it is somebody out here that think like me, that I'm not by myself, and
yeah.
that somebody I can call somebody who truly relates to me. And if we don't relate, not saying that we relate all the time, but even when we don't relate, I don't feel a heavy burden of I should change, or I should be doing this, I should be doing that. It's just more of a, hey, I see a perspective of this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm leaning towards this, but as we both know and understand already, we're going to do what we end up ultimately wanting to do.
Mm-hmm.
And so, respectfully, we just share our genuine feelings like that. We just kind of go back and forth like that.
Yeah.
And just that's what works for us. So,
Find what works
mindset,
for you.
yeah, mindset and communicating, and the yeah, and communicating is what I should add.
Okay.
Is most like me, but it doesn't scare me in a way.
Cool,
We
cool,
do
cool.
have time. Let's do one more. One more.
All right. We got a clock. If we never met, in what ways would I be different? If we never met, in what ways would I be different?
If I could predict the future, or how my future would be without Jazzy, man, I don't know. My life would be very different. Um, I mean, I would just hope that God would send me someone else that's
Ain't nobody like
similar.
me.
That's similar. It's not gonna be like Jazzy, but that's similar. That brings me. I've already was close with Christ, but I left the church for a minute there. She brought me back. So it's just like I don't know. It's like a best friend. It's like a best friend that most people don't get a chance to have,
Yeah. A
because
genuine
most best
connection, a
friends,
genuine friendship.
yeah, because just to bring a little bit of currency in this episode, B. Simone and Megan Ashley, they have broken up.
What?
There's
I
no
thought that
more,
was
no for
for
sure.
fake.
I thought it was too. But unfortunately, it is very true. Megan has went to start her, continue her own podcast,
Mm.
and B. Simone would like to just branch out and continue to explore her spiritual journey. And I think the impact that I've seen on that, though, if they were to be able to stick around, um, the year and a half or so that they were able to stay, they did impact quite a bit of people.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's why we got to stay doing what we're doing,
Yeah.
because it has to, we have to really be a reflection of relationships really can work. Family, working, they say we can't work with family. Well, we have to prove that. We have to kind of prove that wrong. And then we kind of got to prove, best friends. Like, we are best friends.
Yeah.
And for real, for real. And just showing that best friendship is real. You can have it, and you can have it for a lifetime.
Yeah.
You know, and just sharing our ups and downs of life, but how we still are able to maintain, togetherness.
Mm-hmm.
You know, learning life's lessons, but still being able to have a partner to go through it with.
Yes, yes, yes.
You know,
For sure.
in a
For sure.
healthy way.
That part.
In a healthy way.
What was coming to mind is you have to, because normally if that's something you're wanting, you have to be that, right? So
That's a good one.
and I hate that for both of them, but I know God doesn't make mistakes, and maybe in order sometimes to grow you must step apart and their solitude, their own thing, right? So even if they don't bring back the podcast, I hope that they could, because they seem like cool friends, right?
Yeah, for sure.
I don't personally know them, but and I don't watch them as much as Candy Poo.
Yeah. But I like their dynamic. I like their friendship.
From the little bit I did see and what I did hear from their podcast, I mean, I feel like love is love, and sometimes you just gotta take a step back and they'll come right back together.
Yeah.
But it's you wanting that at the same time as well. You both wanting that, because if one wants it and the other doesn't, you can't force anybody. You can't. It's just like being in a relationship or a romantic relationship. You can't force that other person. Same thing with platonic. And I think we think because we've been friends for so long, we have to force this, and that's not the case. Let it flow. Let it go. Don't suffocate it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
I really like that explanation. I really do.
It can always come back, especially when you both. That's the. I don't think we think about that.
Yeah.
You both have to want that.
Mm-hmm.
You both have to be willing.
Yeah.
If you're both not willing, then yeah, it's not gonna work.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And so me and Jazzy got to be the examples of that. Hey, I'm down. I'm down to give it a try.
I don't mind being the solution.
Right.
I didn't really answer this. If we never
No,
met,
you didn't.
Yeah. So if I never
did,
met,
I clearly answer?
Right.
I mean,
we started going into.
I mean, basically, what I'm saying is that because I mean, I really don't know, but if I were to just predict something or say something, I guess I would say, my spiritual walk is where I was going with that, actually. Just like my spiritual walk. Yes, I grew up in church, but I left the church for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
And Jazzy has been my guardian angel to bring me back. So, if she wasn't in my life, I'm really not for sure how spiritual I would be. I would probably be more worldly, and just paid attention and had this internet, had the internet on me in a chokehold, had me in a choke.
Yeah, I can see that.
Because I would just be like, well, what the internet say? I probably would.
God had you. You had your tangible. If I never met you, I don't know. Maybe I wouldn't be as quick to be as confident, I would say, or to trust in what I'm doing. I think I would eventually get to it, but if I didn't have you in my life, I don't. I think it would have took me a little bit longer
to get to that point.
Yeah, so
get over that little hump.
Even with my belief, because it even ties in with my belief system. It's like I feel like I would still have my same belief system. It'll be stronger, but it's that tangible confirmation that it's okay to believe what you want to believe and do what you want to do.
Yeah.
So With that being said,
Hold on.
oh,
Okay. Make sure you got it. I just
okay.
wanted to make sure the volume was on.
Yes, yes.
We should.
With that being said, I was like, we can end it there then.
Yeah, we'll end it on that note. So always remember to be
You
resilient
and driven
every single day of your life. You over there, YouTube as well. Today Instagram is right here in front of our face, so we've probably been
focus
looking more at Instagram than YouTube. But
You-
YouTube, you're kind of back there, so it's just like, yeah.
And you don't have this like nice lighting because this lighting over here,
Right.
It's making my glasses look smeary, but we're here.
Yeah. Don't forget to follow our main socials down below. Instagram down below, on YouTube. If you're still here right now, I just want to say thank you. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope that our episodes is of great value. I hope this episode was of great value for you. We're always on every Friday. If this is your first time here, we are on every Friday at 7 p.m. now for 30 minutes. We try our best to.
Sometimes we'll surprise you with a squawking Saturday.
And very rarely a squawking Saturday. And then even sometimes, because we're human beings, we just may skip the whole week. Okay. But
sometimes we need breaks too.
Oh yeah, for sure. I always remember to show gratitude and be grateful and show love and be grateful every single day of your life too. It will change your life. Just keep that straight and narrow right there. But other than that, you'll see us next Friday. Okay, so be safe until next Friday.
Got you this time.